Good night, darling. It's time to get comfortable now. Relax your shoulders, soften your breath, and let your thoughts drift like rain on the window. This calm, quiet space belongs to you. This is the drive to bring you home. So, the rain had already started before I even made it out the front door. That soft, steady kind, the gentle sprinkle that taps on the roof like it's whispering secrets, perfect for a long drive or maybe terrible for it, I couldn't tell you yet. All I knew was my chest felt tight with this warm, sweet, fluttery ache because today, finally, I was going to pick him up. 3 weeks, 21 whole days, 504 long hours, and 30,240 excruciating minutes. Yep, that's how long I was missing my Michael. And somehow each day, each second felt like its own season. I locked the door behind me, the clink of the metal bolt echoing in the hallway. My keys jingled in my hand, that familiar, comforting sound. But today, it felt extra sharp, like each little metallic note was another measure of the countdown to seeing him again. My Michael. I stepped into the rain, the cool mist feathering across my face, the sky a soft, movie gray. There was something romantic about it. The kind of weather where time feels a little slower, a little thicker, like everything is suspended. When I opened the car door, the hinge groaned in that sleepy way it does, and I tossed my bag into the passenger seat. And before the engine roared, I felt warm air breathe through the vents, fogging the windows just before clearing them again. I took a deep breath. This was it. This whole drive, just me, the rain, the road, and thoughts of my Michael. The first miles, well, the wipers whispered across the windshield, pushing away raindrops that insisted on returning again and again and again. Their rhythm was soothing in a way, almost hypnotic. I eased onto the street, joining the slow, patient line of tailgates, tail lights ahead of me. Traffic, of course. Everybody and their auntie apparently decided today was a perfect day to be outside. Red lights, brake lights, rain lights, all glowing like tiny rubies hanging in the air. I sighed. Come on, I thought, even though no one could hear me. It wasn't impatience exactly, more like bubbling anticipation inside me. Like I was being pulled forward by something magnetic and warm. The universe was teasing me, taking its time, and stretching this moment out. And honestly, maybe it knew I needed the suspense. Once I got onto the highway, everything opened up a little bit. The rain thickened, turning into soft sheets that brushed across the car roof. I imagined the microphone picking it up, the listeners hearing that gentle pattering as they drifted to sleep. But me, I was wide awake. Every mile stirred something inside of me, something different. I kept imagining my Michael, how He loved walking towards me, tired from his travels, maybe a little sweaty from carrying his bags, but I smiling. That smile I kept dreaming about every night. I imagined the moment when I saw him, really when he saw me. That moment when his whole face was just softened. I imagined the hug, the real one, the one I've needed since the night that he left. The way his arms would wrap around me, strong and familiar, pulling me close, and the way his hand would settle at my lower back, like it always did, gentle but possessive enough that my knees always got a tiny bit weak. I felt my shoulders relax just thinking about it, my fingertips tightening a little around the steering wheel. Even after years of knowing each other, something just still felt like a spark hitting water. Safe, but electric. The road stretched in front of me, long and silver and glistening under the rainfall. I imagined the next 2 weeks. Slow mornings together, late nights whispering about nothing and everything, little moments of touching each other just because we can again. I pictured us on the couch with his head in my lap while we watch some movie, but never really pay attention. My fingers in his hair, his hand tracing circles on my leg. I pictured waking up next to my Michael, hearing his breathing before my eyes even open and feeling the warmth under the covers. I pictured cooking with him, bumping into him on purpose, and laughing when we both pretend it was an accident, all soft, all simple, all sensual in a way. Just when the daydream was getting sweet, everything stopped. Brake lights flared again, cars slowed, then completely still. A full highway standstill. I let my head fall back against the seat with a dramatic groan, whispering, like, really? Right now? Please, no. Why is this happening? The rain softened into a drizzle, tapping lightly on my windshield as if it were trying to comfort me, entertain me, and just be with me. The wipers squeaked once as they glid over nearly dry glass. All I could do was sit there. Just me, the rain, the hum of distant engines, and this slow, sweet, aching anticipation. Maybe it was good. Maybe it gave me more time to build up anticipation and imagine my Michael. I pictured walking up behind him in the airport and how he'd turn around and his eyes would brighten and how he'd pull me into his chest and how he'd hold on for a moment longer than usual because he missed me too. 3 weeks is especially long when you love someone. The traffic crawled, a few feet, stop, a few more, stop again. Every little move felt like progress and punishment all at once. I tapped my fingers lightly on the steering wheel, matching the rhythm of the rain. My heart beat a little faster the closer I got, even though I still had miles and miles ahead of me. I wondered what he'd say first. I wonder what I'd say first. Would I cry a little? Happy tears, soft ones? Because finally, he would be home. I'd imagine the way he touched my face, with his thumb brushing along my cheekbone. Oh, his voice dropping low when he would say my name. My breath caught a little at the thought. Even clean, innocent love can be intoxicating. Eventually, the cars began to move again, picking up speed as the rain shifted into a gentle mist. The sound of the tires on wet pavement was almost therapeutic. A cozy ASMR hung beneath the story, and with every passing mile marker, that flutter in my stomach grew stronger and stronger. Oh, I was getting closer to your smile, to your voice, and to your warmth. Closer to the moment where the waiting ends and the holding begins. The sky was turning a deeper shade of gray blue, like evening was wrapping itself around the light. Street lights flickered on, shining through the haze, and my windshield reflected the glow like little halos. I imagined pulling into the pickup lane, seeing you before you see me, and catching the way you're scanning the crowd, searching for me, even though you don't know where I'm parked. And then, that moment, your eyes land on mine. That moment will make every mile, every red light, every drop of rain, every bit of traffic worth it. I inhale deeply, letting the warmth spread across my chest, and I let myself imagine the way your arms will feel around me. I let myself imagine you leaning your forehead against mine, whispering, I missed you so much. The road narrowed into city streets again, and the rain softened into a whisper. And the keys jingled when I reached to adjust the AC, reminding me I was almost at the finish line. I smiled to myself, a sleepy, content, full-hearted smile. I missed you, but the missing was almost over. In just a little while, I'll see you walking towards me, and I get to bring you home, my Michael.